What happened then?
He's now the boss. He's the new boss. The zipper, flour, and wine weren't in the manga. I was gonna say I didn't remember the zipper being. Did you see that? He had a.
No, I actually didn't see that.
Okay, I'll just go back a step here. He had on a little pedestal, a little, just a single Zipperman zipper. Right. Where was it? Right there.
Oh, jeez.
A single Zipperman zipper. Okay. Well.
That's it.
Part 5, fine. It's done. So, thoughts?
Do we want to wait till we record the podcast for this, or?
Well, we could just do it here. Part of the video if you want. Or we could do it at the podcast. I don't know. People probably want to hear your thoughts while they're here.
Like, what do you want me to say?
I don't know. You really like this part.
I really like this part.
Even the ending?
Yeah. I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Diavolo got done in way too hard for what he did. Because in the grand scheme of JoJo villains, he's kind of the one that's like not the worst.
Yeah, like, well, he did pretty bad things.
Yeah, but it was all localized to Italy, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not like.
See, I agree with you, Pete. I think that's what good. That's what I'm trying to like think of. It was kind of underwhelming.
It is a little underwhelming, I think.
Yeah.
So this whole thing happened. I remember I was reading the manga, and this happens like way like after pretty much everything. And I remember being like, "Is there just more?" And then I read this chapter. I'm like, "Oh, there's like one weird final chapter," but it is a thematic one to kind of show that fate, you can't change it, and the whole thing about this is very much like defying fate, but you can't actually. Like, for example, Giorno is trying to defy fate by not being his father, but in the end he kind of is, because now he's the villain of a crime organization,
And he did that Dio pose.
He did the Dio, the Dio pose. That was original for the opening there. I don't think he ever does that in the manga.
Like all the, like when Narancia pleads like about when Abakio dies.
Yeah.
Like he just doesn't accept it, trying to go against what happened. Yeah,
the Rolling Stone chapter is very thematically fitting, and you can't put it anywhere because it would totally spoil like a lot.
Yeah.
So I do think that it's a bit weird, but yeah, where do they go from here? He's the leader.
Yeah, I wonder if
think he's gonna come back.
There's always that like thought I have, like whenever a part ends, I'm like, when are these characters? Are some of these characters going to come back? Like, the part 4 characters at the beginning, a little bit, like Jojo.
Yeah, he was there for a little bit. Koichi
too.
He was there for a little bit, and then yeah. So we do have the hope for the gold or purple haze feedback adaptation. I could see that happening, but at the same time, probably not if they haven't done really any of the other ones except for the Rohan ones. There'll probably be more Rohan OVAs that they're gonna make.
Like excluding this like very conclusive, like the whole final battle was like amazing, incredible.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think the whole part as a whole it's still my second favorite part. I think.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and Diavolo, a fate worse than death.
Yeah, no, like I said, he gets it the worst out of I can think anyone ever. Like, that's the worst.
Because he feels the pain too.
Yeah. Oh no, and he feels it over and over forever. Like
But isn't that like what happens if like Giorno passes away? Does that end?
I don't know. Did they? Yeah, Dead Man's Question would be pretty good. But then that like the same thing. Like Kira was pretty awful, and what did he get? He got a swift and painless death that instantly, like, oh, you're gone to the afterlife. Like he's done.
Well, that's like I think that's more to like reflect on real life and how that whole part was like kind of set. It's like you don't get to have these like defiant final battles in real life, like, things just end
Mm.
suddenly. That's what I see his death as.
Yeah, no, I'm the opposite, Mark. I think part 5 might be my least favorite part, and part 6 might be my favorite.
Really? Part 6?
I like part 6. The characters in part 6 absolutely make it for me.
Okay.
And even the situations, there's a lot you can do when your story is set in one small location.
I think they did really well here.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even think at all, like, oh, they're still in the same place. I'm like, what is going on?
Well, no, this one traveled quite a bit through Rome, and you got to see a couple ones. Are you gonna read the manga, Adrian?
Like, one part of me wants to like wait and see like that hype that builds to see like what's gonna happen and not knowing what's gonna happen while watching. But another part of me wants to like read it and see what happens.
Don't say anything about part 6.
Nothing.
Oh, the part 6 fights are fun. There's some fun ones. Don't say anything about it, guys.
Absolutely.
I mean,
nothing.
at least Mark put it into initials for his name. I know who that is, but
I don't know. I feel like it'd be less rewarding for me if I read it. You know.
Fair enough. That's up to you. I definitely.
But like again, I still have so much like I still have to watch the part 4 dub.
True.
Still got to go through the manga part 2. I still have a lot. It's Jojo's not the only thing in my life. So
that's true.
like,
That's true.
Right, I can wait.
Okay.
So.
All right.
But if it's like 3 years ago, or not 3 years ago, but like 3 years from now.
Do you think you'd read it if they announced like for like 2022?
Like if they had announced that, like
if they said like, hey, JoJo Part 6 anime is going to come out in 2022.
That'd be tough. Like my opinion right now is like I'm not going to read it, but that might change.
See, for me, it was as soon as Part 3 ended, like because the anime was coming out when I got into it. As soon as Part 3 ended, I'm like, I gotta read Part 4. I gotta. I
feel like I want to go back and rewatch parts.
Okay.
Like I still have, there's still so much meat on the bone, you know.
Okay.
For what I have already.
You don't want to move on to dessert. You wanna lick the rib bones clean.
And then when I get that done, it might be ready.
Okay.
You know, the next course. But yeah, part 5, it was awesome. The characters were some of the best characters in the series, I think. Like some of like their backstories, their characters.
Shame about their fashion sense.
You know, that's what makes them unique.
Cheese clothes, Fugo. Like
yeah, the fights, I don't, again, it's like I need to rewatch them because I don't remember all the fights. Because like I don't, is that the same for you? Like when you go back to think of like that one random like battle, you know?
I mean, a little bit, yeah.
I mean, there was I can't remember their names. The one with the moss.
Oh, that's a Green Day with Chocolata.
Yeah. The Ant-Man guy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, because that's the thing. There's so much to JoJo that's so weird that like, yeah, you can go back and reread it or rewatch it and be like, oh man. Yeah, how do you rank Giorno as a main character? Like not the part, but Giorno.
Giorno.
Would you agree that many people say that he's not the main character of this part?
I'd say Bucciarati is.
Like absolutely. Yeah.
Like the whole thing.
The whole thing's about him.
Yeah.
You know?
But Giorno, I don't think he's the best JoJo at all. I think the whole like thing with him being Dio's son, I think they could have done a lot.
Yeah,
more
they did
with that.
nothing. Well, again, that's like that idea of defying fate.
He's like the only character that doesn't have character development, you know, in this part almost. Other than he's kind of like, oh, he's Dio's son, and like he wants to stop
the drugs.
Diavolo because like
the drugs are bad for kids. Yeah, kids do drugs. That's it.
But then there's Bucciarati with like his dark past. Like everyone has a dark past except Giorno, and Giorno is literally the son of like the worst person in this world, right?
Yep.
And they didn't do anything with it. But...
Yeah. But then again, he's not just the son of, Dio. He's also the son of Jonathan. Yeah, right. Like this whole like JoJo lineage thing, they didn't even touch on it, right? Yeah, right.
But I definitely say number 1 is Joseph. Number 2 is Jojo. 3 is Josuke. Number 4, I think Giorno is better than Jonathan. Because Jonathan is really
Jonathan is the most basic you can go. But I actually like that. I like that it starts off with such a stock protagonist because then they play with it with Joseph, right? Because then you go from he looks the same, but then you actually then you play with him. Also, Jonathan is really likable. You know, he's like,
What else? Is there anything else in this part? Any other questions?
Yeah, any final
Giorno's
thoughts?
kind of he's kind of a prick, but he's a likable prick. He's our prick.
Yeah, and it's also very easy to forget that he's 15.
It is. I know he's a mob boss.
Also, Polnareff stuck in a turtle forever.
That's some Jojo.
That's some
stuff.
Everything with the turtle is kind of peak Jojo. Like, there's one other thing I can think of that gets more Jojo than that in terms of just absurdity, but anything involving the turtle transport is up there.
I don't think I'll ever forget the light behind my mind.
See, I totally forgot about it. I'm talking about a thing from part 6 involving, I'm just going to say the name of the stand because it'll mean nothing to you, involving Limp Bizkit. Sorry, Flaccid Pancake. That's what they call it instead. It's even beats like, oh yeah, Lamar. Oh.
It definitely the part definitely starts slow, but I think after the clock tower, the clock tower stuff.
Well, usually that's when you hit the second half. That's where it goes into overdrive. Sunlight yellow overdrive. But other than that, not much else.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, we're going to be off to record our podcast then.
Yes.
Where we will not talk about Jojo that much because we did it now. We're going to instead talk about everything else. So we have
a lot to get through.
We have a lot to get through indeed. So we'll see you then. If you're going to tune into our podcast, if not, you should. It's up on everywhere as Ships Worldwide Podcast. Go look for it. It's even up on YouTube if you want. 2024. That'd be long.
What if that's a real? What if that got just announced?
I don't think that just got announced. I don't think so. If it is, we'd talk on our podcast about it. I don't think so.
Well,
you're actually looking up if they announced it for... I'm sure if you just type in Jojo, it'll come up. Everyone would be talking about it. That did not actually just happen.
Just wait. Latest? Oops.
Don't go latest, because you're going to get people just posting spoilers. You're going to get spoiled.
Okay, fine.
You're gonna get spoiled. Although, no, there's some big spoiler stuff in part 6. So
he's kidding.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll see you later, guys.
Thanks for coming.
Arrivederci. I say as I can't find where to stop the stream. Arrivederci.